Gosh.
I think we're live.
Are we live?
Adam, you better get out of the way real quick.
Here we go.
Before people see you.
A sneak
I should
peek of
have brought those
Adam's
donuts
face.
in here.
Oh, the Halloween ones?
Yeah,
We have
neither
the
of you
office?
told me they were donuts, but I found them.
I figured I didn't need to tell you. I figured you would all.
Hey,
Hi.
are people...
No one's here yet. I don't
Okay,
think.
so we're just, checking ourselves out.
How's my hair?
It's great.
That's the real question. It's always crazy. So crazy. Actually, there's a... Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how this works.
One person. Who's our first live?
Might be my mom.
Hey, Mom.
Actually, I don't know.
I haven't even...
I don't
My
know
mom
if that's
hasn't
true.
even said congratulations to me yet.
Really? How dare she? Was she rooting for the Yankees last night?
I don't care.
Or was she? Well, but that's the question, because remember
Yes,
she was going back
rooting,
and forth.
She was rooting for them because they were playing at home.
She was tossing and turning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Talk Dodgers to me.
Yeah, episode 33.
33. Isn't that lucky? 33 is the World Series win.
It sounds lucky.
I think so.
I don't know. It's
Repetitive numbers.
Yeah.
I'm just adding things to all this special
It was our
synchronicities of
it was
this
our
postseason.
8th World Series win. Our 33rd episode. Our first year as a Dodger podcast.
People
and we
have
won.
been saying,
Look,
we're good luck.
guys, maybe we made a difference. Maybe we did. We'll never truly know, but
I will say it was really
saying.
nice, all the sweet comments of people saying that we've helped them through this postseason, especially. And we are so happy to do that.
Yeah, it's been, it feels like it has gone very quickly, but it's also flown by at the same time.
But also the games have been so slow.
Yo, the games have been long.
Every time I'm like, it's only the 4th inning? Oh my gosh.
Remember when we were watching game 3, the Bueller pitched, and we watched it at the bar, and I straight up was, by the time Bueller was gone, I think he went out in the 5th, and we had 4 more innings. By the 8th, I was like, wait, when did Bueller pitch? Was that like 3 years ago? The games, yeah. And I don't know, it's probably a combination of guys getting on base and the innings taking longer, but also the anxiety too of just like, please just win and let this be over.
I've never counted out so much before.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, okay, who's pitching next? Ooh, all right, let's see how you do.
How many do we have left?
But we won the World Series.
I am on cloud.
Oh my God!
What's higher than cloud 9?
Cloud 10.
Okay, well, that's very logical
Cloud
of you.
33.
There you go. I'm on the highest clouds of high, and I don't want to come down. No, don't pinch me. Don't wake me up. The game started last night, and you can ask Nick. You were much more optimistic than I am. I think our audience knows this at this point. But I was...
Not saying I told you so, guys, but I have been saying it this whole time.
Okay, I have a question for you about that. But first, it was very bleak starting out last night. How the game started. And I was like,
I know.
God, and we were down 0-5, and I was just like, I don't want to have to go to game 6 because then my anxiety levels are going to raise, and I just want to win. I understood my brother-in-law was like, is it bad if I want the Dodgers to win it all, but I want Yankees to win this one game so that baseball doesn't have to be over and we get one more game? And I was like, I understand that.
Yeah.
As a fan of the game, I can resonate with you, but also no, I want them to win. They need to win now. But you just said something, and you've said it before, where you've mentioned, I think last episode I said, who would have thought that we'd be here right now? That we would have started this year 1 and we'd be in the World Series. I know that was the expectation from the get-go because of the amount of money spent, and the expectations are always high. And for a while now, we have been projected, but projections are most of the time those projections mean diddly squat by the end of the year. And once you get into postseason, like nobody had the Nationals winning in 2019. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone had the Rangers winning last year in the predictions. Yankees, Dodgers are usually up there. So I think that was rare to begin with. The Yankee Dodger, the two best teams of each of the leagues made it there, and that the best team in baseball won. That does not happen.
It's such a flip-flop from
regularly.
last year if you think of who made it to the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Like this actually
The
was
Diamondbacks and the
what was on
Rangers.
paper actually became reality.
So all that to say, I know we're very optimistic about it, and you have a lot of faith and hope in our boys, which I do too. But I think I try to be more realist so that I don't get disappointed. So I'm like, well, have low expectations and be surprised when great things happen. That's all.
I have not been saying it from the beginning.
From the very beginning when we started this episode 1, you're like, we're winning the world. Like you couldn't know for fact.
I don't think no.
Okay.
It's always something that I'm hoping and
for sure
striving for, but I think there came a point where I really noticed how special this team is and that their bond was different. And listen, as a Dodger fan, and watching them year after year after year, you notice things that are different. You notice the team chemistry, and you know me, that's what I look for the most.
Yeah.
And
body language.
As someone that is like intuitive and reads people well, I mean, that's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
I'm watching them and I'm seeing something sparking in them more than ever. We've talked about angry winning, and I realize that's not really how our team works. And I'm seeing what they're doing to make it work, and watching them through that lens, I believed that this was the team.
Well, as Kike said, it's not angry winning. It is they don't give a F is what they are.
But there was so much more to it, you know?
Yes,
they signed Shohei and Yamamoto at the beginning of the season. Everyone's talking about the
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Don't forget him.
Yes, Glass now, Teo. We spent all this money. Everybody's talking about it. World Series or bust. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I'm looking at how these players are going to do with our team, because I know that that's what matters the most. You can have all the talent in the world, but that's, not what is going to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what happened.
We've had very talented teams seasons prior that fell apart in the postseason. So like you, yes, I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful going into the season beginning, when it starts, like that's the goal. That's every team's goals. I want the World Series, and we have a team talented enough to do so. It's not like, no offense, love you, Nick. It's not like we're the Rockies where it's like, you could. The Nationals have done it. It's possible, but the expectation is probably not there the way that it is for the Dodgers, the Yankees, or the Mets, or whoever this year, the Padres. For me, I think that gut feeling, that click of, because this team did feel different. It did feel special. And going into the postseason, we've talked about it. I was a little nervous about, like, we don't have 4 starting pitchers. This is going to be interesting.
There was definitely times where neither of us thought we would have made it this far, especially after the trade deadline and all the injuries happened.
Exactly. But for me, the moment that clicked where I was like, I don't want to totally say it out loud, but there was this gut feeling, and seeing them play, it was when we won Game 5 of the Padres series. Like when we did Game 4 and then came back and seeing Yamamoto pitch Game 5 and like dominate that game. And the Padres played really great in that game and only made 2 mistakes. Like Darvish made 2 pitching moments that our guys.
But that's exactly what I've been seeing differently in them. That the fight in years past, I don't think I've seen them have this fight in them that is taking them to be World Series champions.
Yeah, it's so hard to say.
Oh my gosh. I felt like in the years past, sometimes if we're losing 5-0, they're not fighting back to win. They kind of give up.
They just kind of like defeated for that game.
Exactly.
Which is why I was nervous last night. I was like, oh, shit.
Even listening to their post-game interviews, they're like, oh, tomorrow's a new day, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I am sick of hearing that. Yeah. So watching them fight and why they're doing that is because they're playing for each other. That's what they've been talking about this whole time. Mookie said something so sweet yesterday that I loved. And he said, they always ask like, oh, what makes this World Series different than the others? This is his third.
Yeah.
He said,
only active player with 3 World Series titles.
So Joe Kelly isn't considered active because this is his third as well.
I guess not, because he didn't play.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Mookie said when he was slumping, he was hitting BP. Every one of his teammates was around watching and cheering him on. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Every one of them. They're not playing for themselves. Even listen to Freddie. He got the MVP yesterday. And we will talk about Mr. Freddie Freeman.
His speech, he credits all of them.
Yes. He's like, I only got 12 RBIs because the guys were already on base.
Yeah.
It's not about them. And that doesn't discount any other team that has a special brotherhood because they all do. But this was the last team standing. And
they refused to not win.
Exactly.
They refused to go out. They were like, we will change this narrative. And that you could see that. And for me, that turning point was winning the division series and getting past the Padres. And
you know what I'm thinking?
No.
I just want to sing, we are the champions.
We're going to pause real quick, even though we're on live,
We're
because I'm going to fix something.
Pause?
What?
Oh, dear Lord.
Should I
Technical
keep singing?
difficulty. Yeah.
We are the champions, my friend.
She's not even drunk.
No time for lose.
I am not singing on live YouTube for the world.
Am I allowed to
see.
sing that, or is that
Copyright infringement?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll see if we get sued.
We are the champions of the world.
Know a decent amount of music copyright laws.
I do feel like my voice is a little strained from all the screaming yesterday.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you want to change?
Unlike Adam, I only do karaoke in a closed private room with 1 or 2 people I trust.
I'm just that excited.
You just did it for the whole world to see.
Whatever.
Forever and ever. It will always live there unless you delete it, I guess.
Great. That wasn't my best singing voice, guys.
What is that? Champions, baby. We agree, Jay.
Did you like my singing?
We agree. Yes. Someone give her some kudos in the comment, because you weren't tone deaf, so that was good.
Great.
No? Oh, Adam just really made a sound over there. Mr.
Let's hear
Karaoke
you sing.
himself.
Actually, Adam has a good voice. Let's hear it.
He actually does. He's a good karaoke.
Your voice got a thumbs up.
Got a thumbs up. There you go. I just was singing We Love LA all night last night. Also, I should have gone to sleep 2 hours sooner, but instead I decided to stay up for 2 hours and see every single possible post on social media that was had about them winning from every different angle and every different platform, while watching the postseason recap with the champagne shower and the guys talking about it in the different interviews twice. Actually, I watched it one time full through live, and then they replayed it, and I watched it again, and I was very tired when I went to bed.
Me too. I watched all of it. Had to see every moment of the champagne shower from different networks.
Oh yeah,
rewatched Freddie's Grand Slam, all of it. I think I was sleeping around 1:30, which is very late for me.
Oof, yeah, I know.
I looked at my phone and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know. I think I was 12:30.
Okay, tell me where
Nick was
you
passed
watched
out
it.
deep at Nick went to bed at 9. What? Well, no, after the game ended.
Oh.
He was also on East Coast time because he had been in Orlando. And actually, I think I told you this. So, and I kind of had a feeling. I didn't want it to be true, which is why I never said anything. Part of me was like, I wanted to just win Game 4 and sweep them, because how fun would that be?
Mm-hmm.
But I had a weird feeling that we were probably going to give them 1. And
Me
so
too.
that obviously that would have been the one we had to give them, because we'd already won 3 at that point. But Nick was like, I want the Yankees to get this one so that I can be back in LA and they can win it then. And he got his wish. So we watched it from our house.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He was here last night.
Oh, but they didn't take it back to LA.
Oh, no,
you
he
meant
meant he wanted to be back in LA so that
Okay.
he could watch it.
So you watched it at home with Nick.
Yeah, we watched it together at home, and we were going to go out somewhere, but the way the game started, I was like,
I know.
womp womp, a little Debbie Downer, me, because, just down 5. I'm like, ugh, Yankees have all the momentum. I'm texting you. I'm complaining that they have the momentum. And I was like, okay, fine. I want to win this one. But if we don't win this one, then we at least need some momentum at the end of the game so that we have that when we come back to LA. Like, we can't let them have all the momentum.
I know. I kept justifying everything that was happening because I need to stay positive. That's just how I function. So they're getting a 1 home run and everyone around me is like, it's the end of the world. People are texting me. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
That's why you weren't responding back to me.
Sorry, everyone. And I'm just like, okay, it's okay. We're still up 3-1. It's fine. We're still gonna win. I just knew that it was our year, guys.
I had to remind myself we were still up 3-1. And I had pure confidence that we would win game 6 if we had to.
But also when something's going wrong, I don't really want to read people's text messages talking about it. I want to just ignore it.
You don't want to read my text messages?
I don't need
like shit.
It just adds to the, I'm already trying to do my best to stay positive.
That's fair. You don't want to bringing you down.
I had a quite dramatic viewing of the World Series yesterday.
You did.
And
Tell us what happened.
So I went over to a friend's house who cooked an amazing, amazing dinner. Alex Weiser, our friend, was there.
Weiser Family Farms, really great
sold
vegetables.
The melons for Dodger tickets. He could be watching if you are. Hey,
great vegetables.
But my friend Maggie, and she has 3 kids who are just the sweetest. My sister was
there. They were
there.
really cute when I FaceTimed you.
Yeah,
little Dodger hats on.
I swear. Okay, and the kids aren't really into baseball, but we're all watching. I looked like I was going to a game. We're all wearing Dodger hats. They got into it, and as soon as they're in another room and we hear "Let's go Dodgers,"
cute,
and they start chanting. Wow. It was the 5th inning, and we started doing all. And I'm like, "Keep going, keep going!" And Maggie's like, "Kids, stop!" And I'm like, "No, keep going." So then they ended up coming out, and despite what I will share, what happened, it was really nice to watch the game with these kids who, like, everything that happened was so magical, and they were so excited about it.
As they should have been. The 5th inning was what dreams are made of. It was movie magic. Thank you for all the beautiful errors.
Wes, Maggie's son, started crying because his friend at school is a Yankee fan, and he knew his friend would be upset.
Oh no.
How sweet though.
That's really
But the kids got so into the game, and I loved watching it with them, and the girls were so into it. They were asking all these questions, and I just thought that was really sweet. However, the TV shut off in the 9th inning. I was trying my best to remain calm and not be rude to to this nice host that made us this delicious dinner. And I just, thinking of plan B. I'll put it on my phone. So logged into my Hulu account, watching on my phone as, like, my friend Natalie's FaceTiming me and this and that. I'm like, stop it.
Everyone leave me alone.
So anyway, our whole crew runs to their neighbor's house 2 houses down, literally sprinting so we can
busts open the door.
So we can see Bueller close out the game.
Oh my God.
I made it in time.
Heart palpitations.
And because I did not want to watch us win the World Series on my phone.
Yeah, no, not the ideal viewing.
So I was freaking out like crazy. Really think I did a good job not showing it fully. But as soon as the game was over, I sprinted to my car and drove home and called you as fast as I possibly could because I just wanted to be alone to watch all the post-game stuff because that's what I love.
She called me in a frantic panic of, like, pure, like, a combination of, like, rage and fear and distraughtness of, I had to get home. The TV went out in the 9th. I barely saw the last out, but I saw it. It was.
Has that ever happened to anybody?
I was like, are you okay?
Have you ever been watching a game and you're, like, waiting for the last moment and then the TV just shuts off?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad that you had a plan B backup.
Well,
busting in the neighbor's door.
I recorded the game on my Hulu account. So I had it. I rewatched the game.
Wait, you can do that?
Uh-huh. I have, like, the Hulu Live.
Okay. And it comes with, like, DVR or whatever that thing is still called?
So, I recorded the post-game show. Because, guys, all I want to see are the guys.
You can rewatch all of that on YouTube? what we're currently on.
The game and everything? I know.
No, the post-game thing.
I know, but not immediately.
Oh, okay.
Like I watched it immediately.
Okay.
And I needed to watch it from every angle. I wanted to see Mookie's reaction, Freddie's, Teo, Michael Kopech, Bueller, Will, all of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it all ended up fine. And it was really how I'm spinning it positive is that these kids really enjoyed the game. And maybe they're Dodger fans now.
I mean, I think they have to be. I mean, one of them already owns a hat, so at the very least, I think they're...
One of the girls, actually, whose house we ended up going to, came, I think she's in 2nd grade, and we were all wearing Dodger hats. She goes, oh my gosh, I have to go home and get mine. So she ran home, got her hat, and came back. It was so cute.
Look, and that's how lifelong fandom begins right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, cute. Yeah, in the 4th inning, before things turned around in our lovely favor, Nick asked... because he had been doing some things on his computer as we were watching. He's like, do you want to go to a bar? Like we could go out somewhere. And I was like, no, I don't know. It's fine. We can just watch it from here. Because obviously I was, in my feels in that moment. And I'm like, come on guys, do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 5th inning happens. And I'm like, well, we can't leave now. Because then things were happening. And so then by the end of it, I was like, hey, do we go out now? And then that's when he was falling asleep. And I was like, well, I missed my moment.
I'm driving home and I'm yelling to Allie, I'm never watching the game with anyone else ever.
She's like, I wish I had been home and just watched it myself. But I think overall you had a good time, minus that one moment in which your heart skipped a beat. And
I saw it. You
got to see it.
So happy. I definitely cried.
But can we talk about the 5th inning really quick?
Don't you think? Wait, I want to read some of these comments coming in.
Okay, fair.
Adam, what are people saying?
Fair. Guys, we've never done a live, so now we're going to get real close.
Real close.
Just discovered you guys the other day. I'll
Yay, I'm so glad you found us.
Yay! We love that. Your
is
TV
fun. Went off before the last out. Yeah, it did. It was the top of the 9th, so I missed Bueller's the first guy he pitched to. Wait, guys, how perfect was it that the last out was Alex Verdugo?
I know. But also how perfect was it that
Don't you talk
Bueller.
About the Dodgers like that. Karma. Haven't you learned from the Padres?
Yeah. Guys, don't be rude. Say mean things. It will turn
against you. My TV decided to lose signal at the top of... Yours too? Oh.
She said thank you for all the beautiful errors. I mean, yeah, look. And
that was
Okay.
crazy.
But real quick, I want to talk about those errors. So technically there are only 3 that were not all in the 5th, but there were 3 errors granted. And I get that because Cole didn't touch the ball, he doesn't get an error, but y'all, he should have had an error for that. You always go to first base. You cover first base for your first baseman. It's like he didn't even try, and that was a hard play for Rizzo. So I don't blame Rizzo on that. I blame Cole on that one. So he should get the error, but he doesn't. It's counted as a hit, and okay, that's fine. But that was kind of an error. I'm glad it happened. I did feel a little bad for Judge. That was his first error the entire year.
I'm spinning it positive for them and just saying that it wasn't meant to be for them.
No, it was never meant to be for them this year. We were meant to win this.
To have those errors in a World Series game is really, really bad.
Yeah. So, but here's what I loved about
advantage of those.
That's what I was going to say. There were errors, and we could have easily, not had every ounce of fire to say I am taking anything they possibly give me.
Mm-hmm.
That run out at first base, you get a hit, then you get a walk, then you had the error. Then it was one thing after the other, and each time I was like, crap!
I know
the way it was hit made it seem like, okay, well, there's an easy out, and then it wasn't, and I was like,
I know, it was crazy. You're like, oh man, he hit it right to Judge, and then whoop.
Yep.
Oh man, he's gonna get out at first. Nope. Oh, Volpe's gonna get him out at third. Nope.
Y'all, defense, baby. Defense
wins
championships.
Everything wrong, and we capitalized on all of it. And
we did.
I did hear that. I think it was maybe the 4th inning, or right at the 5th when they were up 5-0. Kike was like, guys, we can still come back, just one at a time.
Yeah,
one at a time. And it's like that's But also like how you should just be in life. Like don't overwhelm yourself with thinking about all the things you have to do or everything stressing you out. Like one thing at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Sometimes 1 minute at a time for me.
Well, what's that phrase of like just, it's like one bite of the apple at a time. Like don't, there's, I don't know, I butchered it, but there is some fun, maybe.
Yeah. When I talk to people like, and
he's like, I got nothing for you.
When I talk to like some of my coaching clients, a lot of them are like switching careers or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're wanting to start a new endeavor. But when you think of all the things you have to do, it's so overwhelming. It's like, what's one thing I can do today to bring me closer to where I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
And just start with that one thing. And if you do one thing every day, that'll take you so much closer.
Yeah.
And make it really actually seem attainable, which it is.
Because down 5 in that level of a game can feel very daunting. It can feel like, oh crap, like how, like it's Garrett Cole, their best pitcher. It's like,
and you're at Yankee Stadium.
You're like, how are we going to
get? The crowd is crazy.
How are we going to get 5 runs back? Much less 6 because we need 1 more than them to win. And yeah, they took it one bat at a time, one moment at a time, and they chipped away and got freaking all 5 in the 5th inning. It was I was shook.
But then they went
best
up
way possible
again, and then we came back, and then they went up again, and we came back.
2 clutch sack flies. Gavin Lux, our buddy,
great job, Gavin. And how perfect was it that Mookie got the winning run? I just think this game alone really epitomized this whole season.
It did. And also,
what Adam's giving us.
What's crazy?
Daniel wants to know if fireworks were going off, and Jay wants to know if you guys are going to the parade.
We are, and also yes, immediately.
I heard so many fireworks.
I live in Culver City, and immediately upon that, that call, that beautiful call of. It's like start the party from Joe Davis.
Yeah, I was in Venice watching the game, and then I drove back to where I live in Santa Monica. Tons of fireworks going up. I was like, oh wait, remember I screamed out the window when you're on the phone?
Yes, you did.
I rolled down my window, guys, and I was like, we won the World Series.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, my poor neighbors. I think at this point they probably realize I'm a diehard sports fan. Because the amount of screaming at the top of my lungs when good things happen has happened more than once.
I finally told my neighbor.
I think they haven't said anything yet.
I finally did. I saw my neighbor walking his dog, and I was wearing a Dodgers jersey. And he's like, good game. And I'm like, yeah. Also, I started a Dodgers podcast in case you're wondering why I'm watching them all the time. Yelling.
Well, that was normal before the podcast for me, but the yelling part I was like, sorry. Hopefully that's okay.
Let's see what else
we are going to the parade tomorrow.
Well, are we going to the parade or are we going to the Dodgers?
I don't know. We're gonna maybe try to do both. We want to be at the parade.
Is anyone else doing both? And if you are, let us know how you're managing.
Because the little thing said that you don't can't do both, but I'm like,
well, I think
challenge me.
All of the streets are going to be closed, so unless you're going to walk,
we're running.
Okay, let's
gonna get a run on.
Adam, are you gonna read us?
5th inning was magical. Agree. Repeat 2025. I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's go back to back, baby.
Okay,
our teams should be better next year.
Let's just celebrate this win right now.
Yes.
Yes,
but also
I just want to bask in this World Series winning day.
We got.
Wait, did we even acknowledge our shirts, guys? We
Not
made
yet.
Shirts. You don't want it yet?
I said we haven't yet.
Oh. Aren't they cute?
Yeah. Do you
this
guys
one's
like
a
them?
T-shirt dress.
And mine's just a regular T-shirt. And it says, talk Dodgers World Series champs to me.
I danced and sang today.
She's here to give you the full experience.
So this one is a size small that Allie's wearing. So you can wear it like a normal shirt. Or this one is actually a double XL because I like to wear it as a T-shirt dress. So you're just seeing different.
Did you shed tears? Yeah, tears. Yes, I did.
I did.
It was beautiful, happy tears and lots of screaming and I don't know, just pure ecstatic bliss. I had a friend who texted me. She was like, "What does it feel like to both get married and win the World Series in the same month. And I was like, I have no words.
Wow, that's true.
I was like, it's been a really good month.
That is true. And also, guys, while you're here, because we always forget to say this, can you subscribe to our YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
And if you're not already following us on Spotify and Apple, do that too. That's how you're going to help us keep
This
doing
person
this.
said that we should invite the 2020 Dodgers to the parade since they didn't get a parade, like Belly and Turner and Kinley.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
I'm here for that. Because that's true. We were
love
robbed
that
in
idea.
2020 of that parade. And I also, speaking of 2020, I
Bueller?
loved what Bueller said. I'm like, it just shuts people up because you've talked about this with Alyssa, but everyone had the same opportunity in 2020. Alana, there. Oh my God, my brain.
Alana.
Guys, we can't edit that out because this is live. But when you spoke to Alana, and it's true, everyone had the same opportunity in 2020, and therefore, like, everyone complains that it's not a real World Series. Well, you jackasses could have won it too, but you didn't. We did. So, like, it actually does count. If it was your team, you would have said that it counted. So I don't want to hear your crap.
Exactly.
But now they can all shut up.
Now
because
I love that Bueller said that.
I like
also
feisty Bueller. Feisty Bueller is fun.
Okay, when he just walked off like this, like,
yeah,
we are the champions.
He was like, come at me. Sorry, I just like whacked your boob. Wow.
I know.
Come at me.
I loved it. Oh, it was just so
This
perfect.
is fun.
It was such a perfect storybook ending to this storybook movie season. I mean, guys, from Shohei's 50-50 Grand Slam to Freddie's Grand Slam to just all the injuries and this and that. And oh my gosh, it's been amazing.
This person wants to know what we think about the rumors with Soto.
No, I don't think that the Dodgers are going to try and get him.
Guys, I mean, I know we've spent a lot of money, and I'm sure we got a lot of money from all the deals with Japan at this point, which, by the way, I love the Japanese fans. All of their clapper, these people are dedicated.
I love watching. I know. They're waking up so early.
It's like they're up at 8 a.m. watching baseball.
Are there any Japanese fans on here?
We love you guys, and welcome to the party.
And we want to meet you, and we want to come to Japan.
We really do. We're working on that.
We're really working on it. So
the parade is at 11 a.m. Tomorrow, PST.
Who's going to the Dodger Stadium event?
Yeah.
And who's going to the parade?
And which one should we go to?
I wish I could go. I'm in college. Aw.
Well, that's okay. You know what? You can celebrate from far, and education is good and important.
Yeah. And thanks for tuning into our live. Okay. Jay is going to the parade. Nice. And guys, find us and say hi. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah. We'll be there in our t-shirts with our bags.
Do you like our t-shirts?
Yeah.
Weren't they so cute? Guys, I designed this. I'm very proud. And now it's on a shirt.
That person's going to the stadium. What time are you getting to the stadium?
And isn't it 9 a.m. gates open?
I think so. Yeah.
We're figuring it out.
Here's what I will say. I don't know about the Soto thing. I think 1,000% we have to sign Teoscar. And he wants to be there. Like, you pay that man the money and keep him.
Soto's going to go to the Mets. And I think he would be a good fit on the Mets. I want Teo. He is the heart of this team.
We're going to have to sign Bueller. Like, Bueller, we have to keep.
Guys, I really think that Bueller is really cementing his legacy with the Dodgers, and I don't think they're going to let him go.
Yeah. I think we have to sign Bueller. We have to sign Teo.
I mean, this is what a moment he had closing out a World Series game. Everyone's going to remember that. And the Dodgers do care a lot about their history and honoring those players that we remember forever.
Yeah.
Like Fernando. Yeah. And we'll all be celebrating his birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, yes. And it's the same thing. It's like partly why we've kept Kershaw so long and why he's wanted to stay there is it's like to get to be a Dodger your whole career or for whatever team you end up with is rare. I feel like a lot these days. It doesn't happen for everybody, even if you want that. I'm sure there's
Aren't you so happy for Kersh? I'm so happy for Kershaw.
I'm bummed about his toe and that and stuff, but I'm glad he got to hopefully just like enjoy this postseason versus like stress about, happened to perform and play, and he'll be back next year and hopefully healthy after this time off.
He has 2 rings now.
He has 2 rings. And it's just,
shirtless Kirsch.
Shirtly, y'all.
Walking
That was
around.
the guy's reactions immediately upon seeing shirtless Kirsch was really
actually,
funny.
Gavin
It was cracking
said,
me up
someone
quite a
asked
bit.
Gavin, like, why'd you take your shirt off? And he said, when I first came here and we started doing these celebrations, Kershaw told me that I wasn't allowed to wear goggles and I wasn't allowed to wear a shirt because you just have to feel everything.
And he was feeling it.
I am going to do that forever.
And he was feeling it. But no, I'm so happy for him. But I'm stoked for Bueller because he obviously really struggled during the season to get back into, Bueller form. And he's not the player that he was pre those Tommy John surgeries. Like, he doesn't have the same velocity that he once did. But what's been really cool to see is I kind of think he's maybe a better pitcher because he's had to learn to change his speeds and to change his pitches and kind of get back to, the pitching of old in a way. And his velocity is not as high, but his stuff is still so nasty when it's on. And he came alive in the postseason. There's ice in that man's vein, and he lives for the postseason. Him talking about loving the cold, and he wanted to pitch in New York. He wanted that game 3. He wanted to come back out last night. And it was funny because he's like, I may have said I was, more ready to go than I actually was, but he wasn't going to let that moment pass him by. And I did feel a confidence going into the 9th with him with up by 1 run. Thankfully, Trinan was able to hold that and get out of the 8th.
Trinan because
look,
what he did was incredible.
Yeah.
And going back out there, he's gotten himself into a jam a couple times, but his pitches are unhittable.
To pitch 3 days in a row when that's not something you usually do.
Giving it
and
all
long.
He got. He was really giving it all he got. And it's just watching his pitches, there's just something different about it.
Yeah. Look, I
know when you watch him and he's locked in, I don't worry.
He just looks so intimidating.
I wonder if that alone scares the batters.
Well, it's the whole thing of Shohei in the box, even at a half version of Shohei in the box is more intimidating than no Shohei in the box.
Yeah. And I know that he didn't perform that well offensively, but just his presence alone in the lineup and what that does, the bottom of the guys want to get on base for the guys at the top of the lineup. And also what he's done this entire season. It's amazing that in his first season with the Dodgers, his first year in the postseason, he wins the World Series. Decoy gets a World Series ring.
Did you see the thing I sent you, which was really funny? It was the Angels fan. There was a really great meme of an Angels fan saying right before we won it all, where he was like, so if Shohei goes and wins this World Series, I think this was before Game 5, he's like, as an Angels fan, I'm going to count that as 10% ours. I feel like we earned it for the amount of time we had him. And then you guys got him. That is 10%. I'm gonna keep that.
I don't know about that. Let's read some more comments.
And I laughed.
Kershaw was having a great time. Yes, he was.
But my one thought though to the Shohei thing, and then I want to look at all these because there's so much going on in here. What's beautiful is we didn't have to have Shohei be Shohei that he's been all regular season long. That's amazing. This team is so incredible and so complete and playing so well together. There is a beautiful gel there that's just
I loved watching a different guy step up each game.
Yeah.
And, it was amazing. Everybody contributed to this win. Everybody.
They did.
And that is
Shohei helped get us there, and then he...
Yeah, and Tyler Glasnow. How amazing was he during the regular season? Gavin Stone. I don't think anyone started more games than him. And then the guys we got at the trade deadline, Tommy Edman.
Y'all, Kopech, Edman.
Kike is the
I love Kike.
Position player version of Bueller in the postseason.
Well, and I was going to say, so the trade deadline, they weren't flashy or shiny, but holy shit.
We were on here saying, why do we need more utility guys? So
Edman, Kopech, and
say that I was
Flaherty,
wrong about that.
We could not have won the World Series without those 3 guys.
I know.
Kopech, Edman, and Flaherty were incredible additions to this
Wait,
team.
also, guys?
And Kike just taking the opportunity given him. He wasn't originally in the starting lineup.
Having patience because he wasn't in those first couple games, but
injury happened. He gets in.
I know.
And he does his thing. I'm like, I love this team.
I love this team so much.
Sorry,
I loved
you like
also
4 times.
watching Kevin Kiermaier. He just, I know this was his last season and he's retiring and he's
like, just give me a ring and then I'm out.
But watching him just be so happy, watching from the dugout and cheering on the team and just him jumping up and down to cheer on everyone. I loved watching him and I really, really like him. Okay, let's see. Wow, we got a lot going on. Oh. Adam, I thought you were going to read
Otani did chase too much. I think he was just a little too excited.
He was.
He was swinging at things he shouldn't have been. And and Muncy had a few of those moments,
but you know what? No one's going to remember any of that. Nope. Everyone's just going to remember them winning.
Yeah.
Glass later. That's funny.
Yeah, Otani wasn't a factor of this World Series, but guess what?
But guys, his presence alone in the lineup, just like the intimidation factor, what him just being there does for the other guys.
Hi from Portland.
Hey.
Oh, they redacted it, but that's okay.
Oh.
They said hello first.
No more forgetting how to spell Kiermaier.
Teo was clutch in so many games. Yes, he was. We love Teo.
So many gems, just like Tommy. Yep.
Yeah. Did they re-sign Walker? I think so.
I think
on more than a 1-year deal. I think the dude's, I don't know. I think he's coming back. Maybe not not 10 years.
You know how Kershaw got really mad when they traded AJ Ellis and didn't talk to the front office for like 6 months?
Yeah, because that was his catcher.
I know. I think that he would have a say in Bueller.
That person's wearing Dodger Girl all over New York. That is gorgeous. I love it. Yeah. I'll be in New York. I leave for New York next
Send us a picture.
Friday.
Send us a picture.
I will be bringing my gear as well to New York, and I will wear it around. So, Teoscar's your favorite player. Mm-hmm. I love Teo. Kike is mine. He's been mine for years.
If you had to choose one, it would be Kike.
I really have loved him since we got him. He's just so much fun, but it's
tough.
Very hard. Like
it is so
we have
hard.
such a great team. It's I mean, look, about like Kershaw's.
Kershaw is just like obvious.
Classic. Great.
But Mookie, I love him so much. Freddie,
are
you kidding me? I love Freddie with my whole heart. Teo, I love him. I love his smile.
I know.
He's so happy. He's the heart of the team. Mickey Rowe, oh my gosh, love him.
He's the
Tommy
Edmonds,
cheerleader. A new favorite.
He's
Mickey Rowe, team cheerleader.
We love
him. Miguel,
Bring back Josh.
Andy Pies.
Hot take.
I liked him. I liked watching him get all excited for everyone. Will Smith has been great. You know what? We need to talk about Will Smith.
Talk about that rant.
Yeah, he got 1 home run. Great. He didn't have a great offensive postseason, but the way that he called all these games for all these pitchers is incredible, and we got to give him a shout out.
Oh, I have to.
And because he's Sam's favorite player, my sister. And
because it's the only game she remembers.
Also, a different Will Smith has won the World Series
for 5 years. 2020, our Will Smith, and then the other Will Smith with I think it was, my brain, was Red Sox, and then no, that didn't win.
So our Will Smith again next year, and the year after, and the year after.
Who was he with? My brain. Somebody help me. Houston.
Texas.
Oh,
yeah, but that was the middle.
We don't talk about that.
That was the middle one.
Let's read more comments. Do they?
He won with the Rangers.
2020.
Oh, let's go down.
2021
Guys, are you having fun with us? Sign Soto.
You should go up though.
Go up.
There was some up there that.
You don't want Soto. I agree, Mike Lopez.
I don't think we need Soto. Is that bad to say?
I don't.
And he'll also be very expensive.
I know he's amazing, but
he's incredible. He's a generational talent.
I don't think he's gonna gel with our guys.
Essentially, to finish the Will Smith rant, because my brain's
are we still talking about that?
Our Will Smith won the 2020 and 2024, and the other Will Smith won the other. Oh, he won with the Red Sox in 2019.
No.
Yeah.
Braves.
No, it was 2018. Dear God. Braves. That was the team. Y'all, forgive me.
Oh, okay, guys. We haven't even talked about Freddie. And
hell no.
I could talk about him the entire night.
He will destroy the chemistry. I kind of agree with that. I don't think he's meant for our team, and that's okay.
Okay, let's talk
You
about
guys
Freddie.
have semester tickets for. Sadly, we don't, but I wish we did. We'd give them to you guys.
Let's talk about Freddie.
Let's talk about Freddie. Well, there was a few up here, and I didn't want to leave everybody hanging.
Ooh, I can't wait to read them all later, too.
I know, guys. So did the Phillies. He wants to play with Trey Turner, his buddy from Washington.
I love Trey Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think all of the players on all of the teams were watching every game? And do you think they were rooting for a team in particular?
Which team? I think the Mets were rooting for us. And actually, well, I don't know the team, but I know a lot of Mets fans that were rooting for us because they're like, I'll root for any team other than the Yankees. And I was like, that's fair. Did we see the video where Will Smith says he's going to give the last pitched ball to Walker?
Oh, I did see that. That was cool how they had the angle going from the dugout to find Will Smith and grab the ball from him. I think we should talk about Freddie now.
Let's talk about Freddie.
It's
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Frederick.
What is his middle name? Do we know?
Edward?
Frederick, Freddie.
I think it's Edward.
Is it?
I could be making that up completely.
I'm just going to call him Frederick.
Guys,
Freddie.
if you know his actual middle name, let us know.
Freeman.
Freddie Superman Freeman.
Oh, that's more fun.
Who was more deserving of this success, the MVP,
Nobody.
a World Series ring, than Freddie?
No one. Not a single human on earth deserved that more than our own 2024 Kirk Gibson in reincarnate, except for even better because he played the games.
I could just cry thinking
The whole
about
game.
it because he's just the best.
How
do we not have a Freddie bobblehead? I just
You
want to
know
hug
what?
it or something.
Next year.
Like how Freddie was hugging the
We're
World
gonna get it
Series
next
trophy.
We're going to get one next year.
Did you also notice how Max in one of the postgame interviews was like holding the trophy and he said, "This piece of metal," as someone once called it.
Oh,
Remember Rob Manfred?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, back to Freddie,
Rob.
the hero, Superman. How cute. They kept showing Charlie in the stands. That was just adorable. After everything he's been through this year with his son, with all of the injuries, I think there's way more injuries than we even realized. Remember, he had his finger dislocated.
He had the finger.
He had like broken ribs. He's playing on a sprained ankle, and just the determination to make himself available to play. And all he did with all the training staff pre-games for hours, making sure the swelling went down and they could wrap it. And I can't say enough good things about him and how deserving he was of the MVP, of this amazing historic success of the postseason. And I just love him.
Mm-hmm. You know, he beat out a guy to first base, which was a pretty imperative moment, with a bad sprained ankle, and that was the fastest he had ran to first all season long. His ankle is not 100% complete, and that's the fastest he's run.
Remember when he stole that base?
That doesn't show you the drive and the just like, we are going to do this, that he had, that every single player had. Also, look, the MVP was decided in game 1.
I know.
That home run, or that grand slam just set the tone. And then home run, and then home run.
Magic. Guys, I just really
and then
think
another one.
sometimes things are just meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just on this high, and he rode it the whole series. And he was so locked in. And so he hit what,
4 home runs in a row.
6 in a row to break the record, to break George Springer's record.
Yeah, 6 World Series home runs over
4
with
this
us.
series.
Yeah, because he did one in game 1, 2.
Could you
3, and 4.
believe
Just didn't do
it?
one
Like
with us.
after the first game, which was historic, and we all have agreed we've watched it about 100 times.
Yeah, I retake back my number. 50 feels very low now that I think about it, and the amount of time.
Well, that was a week ago, so now
I know.
It's double.
So there is no limit, is what I've now decided. You watch it as many times as you damn well please.
I watched it a couple times last night.
Yeah.
After everything, but then the second game, another home run, and it's like, oh my god, he did it again! And then the third game again, and it's like,
And in the first inning,
my gosh! And then a fourth time,
you're just like, come
speechless.
on.
He did talk about how, he's done batting practice with his dad for so long, and they had, I think he said like 48 balls they would have, and he'd say he'd go through 20 and he had to hit them all to the left field.
Mhm.
And then he'd have to hit them all to the right field, and then he could hit them wherever he wanted. So I bet that must have has helped his ability to visualize where he wanted to go, and because he does tend to hit them all in the same place.
That 100% impacted. I mean, repetition always makes a difference. And I loved how he was joking about how his dad can't raise his his arms like above shoulder
because of all
the BP he's done him. And I'm like, oh, Freddie got jokes. No, I actually, there's so much stuff coming in. I want to see that. But Freddie, I'm so glad he came home. I'm so glad he came back to California, because I know that, like a Kershaw, like these guys, there is something about getting to be with a team that would drafted you for the entirety of your career.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he wanted to stay in Atlanta when that all happened, but I think it's so poetic that he ended up coming here, and I think
so
he's
glad.
very happy he ended up here and getting to come home. And we're very happy that we have him.
I think you know how people
love him, love his family.
I know. You know, people talk about Mookie Betts being one of the worst traits
for them, one of the best for us. Yeah.
I'm so surprised that, you know, the legacy that Freddie was building with the Braves, that they would let him go. I'm so glad for us. But I
don't think it was necessarily fully Atlanta. I mean, I don't know all the details, but there was some. But it's the reason he fired his agent, because there was that whole, not full on scandal, but there was that whole thing of like his, you know, he wasn't fully disclosed everything, you know, and with the decision being made. So I don't know the details. Potential speculations. We're not in it. We're not seeing everything, but I do know he fired his agent once some stuff came out. So I don't know if Atlanta really got the fair shake. It worked out for me.
I know. I'm very happy about it. And I also loved everything Mookie was saying, and he said so many times, I just love being a Dodger.
Freddie was the dog of the series. Yeah, he was. DAWG. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, he had a triple in game one, guys. Dude can barely run, and he has a triple. We had 2 triples that game. Mm-hmm. So rare, so fun. Mm-hmm. I freaking love baseball. What do we got here? Now and forever, whenever Yankees fans look at the Statue of Liberty, they'll forever see Freddie.
And Showtime is the username.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah, I mean,
almost all of Freddie's hits in the World Series were extra base hits. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that was, I think,
that one
has there ever been an easier MVP like decision in a World Series? I mean, maybe, but I don't know. But like Freddie's was decided.
I know. Even last night, they're like, Freddie, come up here.
We hadn't even won the series yet, and in game 1, we're like, well, there's the MVP. Enough said.
Muncy and players should be in the back of the parade tomorrow. They did. Aw, that's not true. You can't just think about the postseason, guys. You have to think of how everyone's contributed to get them to the postseason. And
they're Japanese. Oh, thank you. We're beautiful.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Go us.
Thank
well,
you.
I mean, I guess thanks
We're
to our
high-fiving that.
Thanks to our parents. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, thank you. It is nice. It is nice to receive compliments, and you say thank you for them.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for listening to the podcast this whole season, guys. It really has meant so much.
So it is possible he might need surgery, but they're talking about Ohtani on the shoulder. But here's what I will say, and what I read a little bit about it.
The last 2 Dodger World Series MVP were 5. Ooh.
Keep Kike. Freaking-lutely.
Where did I put Corey? I put Corey Seager back there.
He wasn't on the team this year. But no, I do think the shoulder thing with Shohei, from what I read, and I didn't know this, apparently he used to be a swimmer and was an incredibly talented swimmer, and his coach,
I mean, look at his shoulders.
Back then said that if he had wanted to, he could have gone like the Olympic route for swimming, because that's how good he was, which no surprise. Look, Mookie's a professional bowler who plays baseball in his spare time.
And pickleball.
So, like, you know, I think that, from what I've heard, he's done this a lot before to this shoulder. He's very double jointed, and I saw some crazy photo of what this dude could do with his arms, and I was like, that's not supposed to happen. He's very hypermobile. So I'm hoping maybe it's not surgery and it's just that it needs rest. I don't know.
Let Muncy go? No, Muncy is such a heart of this team as well. And
I do
guys,
love
you have
Muncy.
to understand what he does for the lineup as well. Look at how he performed when he wasn't in the lineup. He didn't show it this postseason, but he usually has such patient at bats.
Yeah.
He racks up the pitch count.
He walks a
walks
lot.
all the time.
Yeah.
I really did think we'd get a Muncy homer or just some moment from him.
Yeah. I thought we would do every time we got up, I'm like, this is the moment for him.
He was
this is
definitely,
the moment.
He needed to take
I
a deep breath.
I don't know if I want
and
to talk
relax.
about it, but I do have somebody that I'm like, well, if we have to let somebody go,
Who?
I mean, I like him,
Who?
but I think it might be time to say bye.
Who? Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we have.
I quietly
I think his contract.
I think his contract
is until 2025.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was up. Well, I was gonna say if it's up.
After he hit that wild card walk-off home run, they
did sign him for a little bit longer.
So I think we're stuck with him for a bit.
Muncy's a threat. They're all threats. No soft spots in this lineup. I agree.
Yes,
and maybe not.
There's no easy outs. Every guy
Yes.
could get a single, could get a extra base hit, could get a home run, could bunt.
Yeah, and maybe not all on the
Actually,
exact
can you
same
imagine
day
Shohei bunting?
or on the same time. I mean, yeah, if it was what was best for the team. That's the other thing. And that some of the comments were mentioning, like, we don't have a single guy on our team that is ego driven. And Soto's kind of like an ego dude.
I know. That's
like,
why I don't think he's going to mesh well.
It's we have rock stars, superstars, Superman on this team, but none of them have an ego about it's about me.
Mm-hmm.
This is my moment. It's all about do what I need to do to get the next guy up to keep throwing the pass the baton.
You know what Soto does?
So
he's so dramatic. You know, his Soto
his
shuffle,
hip thrust,
whatever. But also the way that he looks at the pitcher and he's like, all right, I see that. Okay.
And he does his little,
and he just eyes
Elvis.
them down and he tries to be intimidating. And I'm like, all right, get over yourself.
Yeah. But so to answer your question, yes, I think if the moment called for it, Shohei would bunt if it was necessary in that moment, and
I'm just trying to
made a difference in the game.
This large man.
Yeah. It's true. It would be funny to watch, but yeah,
Trinan. What about Trinan? Thunder.
Retired
Thunder
Taylor.
pants. Adam is falling asleep back there. Actually,
wake up, sir.
Actually napping.
Oh no, but so that's what I was gonna say is that maybe not on every single night, but our entire lineup has incredible moments, and it's no one is easy.
Okay,
to
besides
get out.
the Freddie moment,
yeah,
let's name a couple of our other favorite moments from this postseason.
Election year break trying on a different level.
What did it say?
Election year break trying.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
With that being said, make sure you all vote, people.
Yeah, voting is very important.
Do your research and make your voice heard. This is an important election, so you have a couple more days to get your ballots.
Remember when we were worried about Muncy's defense? He was excellent at third. I agree. I agree. He really stepped up.
Yeah. I thought Lux was great defensively as well.
He was.
Sometimes I worry about him. Okay, some of my favorite moments besides all of Freddie's home runs. I mean, obviously, the Grand Slam is number one and will be forever.
Okay, this is an answer for us that helps. Tomorrow we're catching the parade when it starts at City Hall. See, this was my thought too. Then immediately getting those public bikes and biking our way to the stadium. I love it. I love the dedication and the passion, and honestly, we might have to join you.
Wow.
So.
Okay, what's one of your favorite moments?
Okay, wait, I didn't hear you because I was reading that. Tell me again what you said. Yours.
Well, besides the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
You know, Freddie's hit yesterday when he brought two in, and he just, hit it in the gap. He's so good at that.
He is.
Mookie's sack fly. When he's running to first and he's like, yeah, I got it. Oh, great moments. I mean,
there is
every bullpen guy.
So many. That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, there's so many.
I know the Gratterall moment where he barehanded the ball and just stared at it for a second and then threw it
back. We loved that moment. I mean, just that fifth inning, what those guys did one after the another. It was a single by. I'm trying to remember.
Yamamoto's outing was incredible.
Yamamoto going 7. That just filled my heart with joy. But no, like it was a single, and then the dude took, and then Edmund took a walk, and then
I know.
Then you have the error, and
that
PK gets on third.
That was a favorite moment.
Oh my God, throwing
when
out
Teo
Stanton,
at
and
home Will
plate.
Caught it perfectly. It was just the perfect play.
It was the perfect thrown ball,
Momentum
exactly where it had to be thrown. And y'all, and the amount of memes that came out of like Stanton running in slow motion, it was really funny.
I know.
So, yeah.
Adam, what was your favorite moment?
So many.
I'm happy that Miguel Vargas got a World Series ring.
Guys, Adam did not text us or
Didn't
call
say
us
congratulations
or anything when the Dodgers won. But when I came in today and asked if he watched the game, he said the first thing he thought of was Miguel Vargas and how he gets a World Series ring.
I mean, I am happy for Miguel considering
it's nice that you were thinking of him, Adam.
I just thought it would cheer him up because he's on the White Sox now. But then I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I thought, he's probably going through a ton of therapy right now. Is it possible that a World Series ring would make him need to go to therapy even more? Like
it's going to regress him?
Yeah.
No, he's going to have this beautiful ring to look at for the rest of his life.
And he's never going to have an opportunity to get another one.
That's
not true. You don't know.
He's not going to be on the White Sox forever.
You don't know where he might end up.
He could go. Who knows? Maybe he'll be back for the Dodgers one day.
He's just looking at this World Series ring being like, I could have been on that team still.
He was on the team.
Instead, I'm on the worst team ever. So it could have made him more
dramatic
sad.
Much.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. This is what we deal with every day, and her. Well, I guess you kind of too.
I talk to him every day.
Yeah. There you go.
We only got in one.
We've been talking for an hour. That's crazy. Yeah, Walker closing it out. Just nothing more beautiful than that. Stanton running 5 miles per hour.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's read some of the comments.
Harsh.
We'll start wrapping up.
Yeah.
But guys, we are going to continue the podcast.
Have we met the players?
So don't worry. We're not leaving you.
We're not going anywhere.
We're going to, maybe change things up a little, but we're still going to be here.
This person said we're celebrating 2017, 2020, and 2024 World Series.
Yes.
I love it. Spicy. Yeah, we are, because we should have won that one.
Fernando's birthday is tomorrow. I know. It'll be a day of celebration.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
The best thing Vargas can do is play hard and play
his way out of Chicago.
Yeah. That's true.
No, I don't chew Hubba Bubba. But thank you for asking.
Actually, the little girls yesterday were like, man, they spit a lot. It's like things that I don't even notice anymore.
Yes. No. Okay. Sorry. We are so sorry.
What?
Yes. No. We should talk about Dave Roberts. No, this was
incredible. Manager of the year. Absolutely. Even just yesterday's game alone, how he managed that when Jack only went 1 1/3.
Well, and it essentially had to do another.
We talked about this earlier. So sometimes if we already talk about it, that's why when we talk not on the podcast, I'm like, save it. We forget. Because we'll forget that we already talked about
that. We got all excited.
So Dave Roberts is amazing. Any Dave Roberts haters, you can sit down.
You are allowed to leave the chat.
He is going to be the Dodgers manager for a very long time, and as he should, because he is now a Hall of Fame manager for sure.
We are not related
to each other.
Yeah, someone asked if we're related.
Oh no,
we're not. But
we're just friends.
We're friends who met in that hallway right out there and had a moment where we're like, you too?
You like the Dodgers?
You too?
What?
Okay. It was a really great moment. I was like, I didn't think there were any more like me. But clearly there are, because look at all of us here. But yeah, no, Dave is...
What is
we couldn't ask for a better manager than Dave, and anyone who complains about that, look, you don't know how hard it is to manage a Major League Baseball game. Neither do we. But he does, and he's done an incredible job, and we've been in the postseason.
Every year he's been a manager.
For freaking, a long time now. 11 out of the 13 years?
But also, this season alone, what he did with all the injuries, what he did with the bullpen. Guys, just think about yesterday's game. Jack went 1 1/3. We didn't have any pitchers left. Putting in Buehler, genius.
Yeah. And granted, he had to measure that and make that decision. and see if is Trinan gonna hold this lead, and that's
But
gonna
that's
determine
also
whether or
another
not to
moment we
bring
should
in
talk about,
Bueller.
because there was a moment where Dave went out on the mound to talk to Trinan, and I'm watching thinking, oh, is he taking him out? I don't know. And he said he looked in his eyes, and that's all he wanted to do. He wanted to look in his eyes and see if he could keep going. And he said he trusted him, so he left him in, and then he did a great job.
Here's what I will say.
What?
This person said that.
What? Why won't he win Manager of the Year?
No, they said with his resources, but just with the injuries alone, he should be considered.
Yes,
I absolutely
true.
think that he should get Manager of the Year.
True, Cole.
Because even though, yes, he has a lot of resources, he has a lot of great players, and we were able to, spend the money, but you still have to manage those pieces. And the amount of injuries we had this season, and to end up with 98. How did we get 98 wins with practically having no pitching staff?
Our players even are I don't know how we were the best
season.
team in baseball.
I don't feel like we should have.
I love Brent Honeywell. I love Honey. I mean, his last outing was
not great, but
I really like.
But he, he filled the role that was needed in that moment, which kept other guys from the bullpen.
And he had
rested.
So many great outings.
I thought about dressing as him today for Halloween. I was going to wear a turtleneck and then my jersey over.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Actually, I'm supposed to go to a Halloween party, and the little girls are like, "What are you going to be?"
Yeah,
and
Brent was the sacrificial lamb, and I love that he was a sacrificial lamb for Mookie and threw it down the middle and said, "Here, hit this," and got Mookie back on track.
Honeywell sucks. No, he doesn't.
Guys, he has a great story. Let him be. Total team effort. Fully agree.
Well, as we wrap up here, we hope to see some of you tomorrow. And if you see us, please say hello. We'd love to meet you. We appreciate you finding our podcast, following us, sending us messages this whole season. It truly means everything to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And we can't wait to do more things like this so we can talk to you.
And we have a lot of fun things that we're hoping to accomplish in the off season. We know it's not going to be the same thing every week with us just having our immediate reactions of watching games and all that fun stuff. But we have a lot of fun things planned, hopefully, and we're excited. And hopefully you stay tuned. Keep along. We're going to try to get some fun guests.
And we're going to release these shirts tomorrow. So they will be on our website. Yeah. And if you haven't already gotten one of our fun Talk Dodgers to Me bags, you got to get one too.
Yeah. They're great and handy. And
I wear them everywhere.
We might make some new variations to them potentially in the future too.
Yes.
So let us know what you might like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, we always want to hear your feedback.
What does the tattoo on the left arm say? It says, "With all thine heart."
Go Dodgers.
Yeah, exactly. Just go Dodgers, go Dodgers, go Dodgers. There you go.
Talk Dodgers to me.
Can you imagine? It's like Joe Kelly getting "baseball isn't boring" tattooed on his neck.
Oh yeah, wasn't that
He said he's going to do it, so we're going to see what happens.
Actually, Alana Rizzo said she was going to shave her head if the Dodgers didn't win, and Adam actually,
if they didn't win,
he's going to pull his hair out right now because he's so sick of hearing us talk. You okay back there?
Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you guys so much.
This has been really fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yay! Yeah, we'll be back next year, and we're going for a repeat.
Well, the team will be back. We're going to keep it going, as we said.
Yeah. We're going to keep going, and then we and the team are going for a repeat.
Us, the team, all of the above. And we
say hi to Adam.
Champions.
What's up, Adam? Our wife
we
says
are
hello.
World Series
We're
champs.
the champions.
Are you coming to say hello?
The champions.
Guys, I thought Adam was going to say hi to you, but he's not.
No time for losers.
And good night.
Bye. Have a happy Halloween.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
2024 World Series champs.
2025, here we come.
Yeah, baby.
In stream, yes.
Bye.